We are rolling.
Good morning. Welcome back to the conversation. This is Pointing Out the Obvious. This is our news and politics webcast, our take on what's buzzing today. I'm your host, Patrick Russell, and over there is my very opinionated producer, Veronica. Together, we're here to quip and quiver through today's headlines, searching for the real, no matter how deep into the swamp we need to go. Good day to you, Veronica. You know how important this day is, guys. We're talking September 14th, not just a big day in California politics, but dare I say, the politics of the nation and the world. And I don't really think that that's hyperbole. Why? Because of what Governor Gavin Newsom represents besides just a governorship, right? He represents a position in the presidential elections of 2024 that cannot be denied. What do I mean? Elections typically run through what? The Secretary of State's office. So if you have a governor inside the state's bureaucracy that's willing to put his cronies into position so that when the time came, that midnight hour where they had to pull the lever on either ejecting what the voters wanted as far as electoral votes of the great state of California are concerned, or what Donald J. Trump is going to want at the moment, right? And so you're talking about creating a framework of a legal harassment already taking root on the 2024 election simply by what? Putting in a Republican stooge in place in the great state of California governorship. Now, why do I say that about that? Look at the way the recall election is being handled, right, Veronica? We've talked about it in the past. You've got two questions, right? One, slanted greatly against Governor Gavin Newsom. One, should Gavin Newsom be recalled, yes or no?
Yes.
Well, no, you wouldn't answer that. Would you say yes?
Would
you say yes?
No,
but yes.
No, they will say yes. But
and then question number two, and this is where I think you were headed. Thank you so much. You surprised me. But I think this is what you meant. Then we jump off the cliff. Yeah. Because then who do you choose as the replacement, the new governor?
Well, nobody that we can choose. I mean, let's face it.
Well, the front runner to Gavin Newsom's pleasure has been this insane clown named Larry Elder. Now, the reason why this has actually blossomed into such an opportunity for Gavin Newsom is because he finally was able to wake up the California voters and realize, wait a minute, we can't let this circus go too long. I mean, we wanted to spice up our local news for a few months, but now it's getting crazy. Why? Because Larry Elder represents everything that responsible people just across the aisles feel is wrong with not only the politics of our country, but a representative of the forces that want to take back the White House in 2024. What do I mean? Abortion rights, repeal those. Your employer's ability to question you and dress you down in an interview about your desires to be pregnant as a woman, put those back onto the docket. Yep. Environmental control, the guy's a denier. I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but he's a denier, and so you know what that eventually will mean as far as his politics and the movements and the legislation that he's going to be pushing tooth and nail, right? And so it represents everything that we think, especially just as thinking, common sense Americans. He's even an anti-vaxxer. Oh, no, he's vaccinated. But he's an anti-vaxxer, and the first things that he's planning on doing if he were to win this circus is to lift the any type of mask mandate. And like what they're doing in Texas and Florida, the governor getting prime time minutes and money fighting teachers. That's essentially what Larry Elder is hoping to do. He's hoping to monetize the governorship. There's no question that that's what's happening. Now, what do you have with Gavin Newsom? A perfect guy? No.
Someone that tries, someone that actually put the state into place and that cares for people and that are following the regulations when it comes to COVID-19. And I understand that people don't like it. I even myself, I don't like it, but we have to comply with what we need to, right?
Governor Gavin Newsom has been pragmatic, he's been practical, he's been responsible, he's used common sense in pretty much every angle and decision that I've witnessed him, both as a California resident and now an Arizona resident that still loves California very much. I assure you that every major juncture and decision that Gavin Newsom has had to make has been for the benefit of California. And I just don't see that with any of the characters I see on the Republican side at all.
He reminds me of Cuomo. He's
Okay.
a pretty nice guy.
Well, that could go both ways. That's a double-edged sword, my dear. So be careful what you say.
In a sense of like how he's treating all this COVID-19 in the state, and we don't have any other elected person that, in my idea, fits the job.
So final note, Latinos. Let me tell you something about Gavin Newsom. He has made it cool to be down with the brown. And that, my friend, is an enormous support, not just in legislation, but putting people in place where they can finally shine and make a difference and show the world that the brown can not only run things, but also succeed successfully on a national level. Mr. Alex Padilla, we brought him up, and he's just one of the many. And so, guys, if you hadn't thought about getting up and going to the voting booth and doing the responsible thing by voting down this ridiculous nonsense, please take an extra lunch hour, make it happen, because if you let this happen, not only is California losing just a pragmatic and a common sense based leader, but you're also setting up the stage, planting the roots for yet another crony to be added to the matrix that Donald J. Trump is paying for and he is executing in order to put himself in a place to win at the midnight hour. He knows it's going to be a close horse race. He's betting on it. He's hoping for it. Because remember, with him, it's all the fringe.
Yep.
He's going to be winning with the fringe loonies and the cronies that are put into place right now so that at the midnight hour, they will be able to crank that leverage for his side. Right, guys? Okay. Guys, there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer, but there's definitely your opinion. Please use the comment box below. Don't just subscribe to this show, even though we will be doing this on a daily basis, but lend your voices to the show. It's going to make it a whole lot more fun. Guys, you know, it doesn't matter if you lean to the right. It doesn't matter if you lean to the left. As long as you're treating the person in front of you kindly, you just made the world a better place. Have a great day, and go vote. Have a great day.